Welcome to the wonderful world of tea. We are in the Cameron Highlands in central peninsular Malaysia. Cameron Highlands is a place where people used to go to cool off, to get away from the city, and it's up in the cool, kind of foggy, mountainous country. And they started making tea up there because they figured out it grew very, very well there because they have the right combination of sun and precipitation. And so there are several huge tea plantations there, including the place where you're seeing is a tea plantation called Bow Tea Estates. And so it's just a spectacular place to see. And you can see it's very rugged terrain. And now here we've got some of the workers who are trying to harvest the tea. And these guys, many of the workers come from Indonesia or Bangladesh, and they come to Malaysia. They get paid. For them, it's good. We're kind of shocked by how little it is. It's the equivalent of about $9 or $10 a day. And the way that they're paid is that they're paid on what they harvest. So these guys are working really hard because they need to get as much tea as they can so they can get paid. And they're actually making a lot more than they could often in their home countries. But it's tough work. The guy that you're seeing here, he's trimming along the edges to make sure that they get whatever the machine wasn't able to catch. They used to harvest all this completely by hand, so the machinery, which is kind of like a portable lawnmower type of thing, is actually a big improvement.
And you can see they have to weed before they actually cut the tea, so anything growing in among the tea doesn't get mixed in with the tea.
Yeah, hopefully not too much stuff. Now this is like the shacks here, are the places where the workers live. They sign contracts and they live on the plantation. There's one of those little portable lawnmowers. Now here we're in the factory where they're actually processing the tea, which is right there at the same site. And we were able to do a tour of a lot of the equipment and machinery. It's a 6-step process. Really, basically what it amounts to is they're drying, they're like superheating and drying the tea. Then they cool it, they ferment it, and then they shake it and sort it and
Destock it.
They yank the junk out of it. These guys actually here have what I think is a pretty decent job. They're the indoor workers, comparatively anyway. A lot of people, very involved process, and it's very loud in there too. There's a lot of shaking. There's a whole lot of shaking going on, if you know what I'm saying. Now here there's like a crazy number of conveyor belts, and everywhere you go in the production process, you see the tea shaking. This is a machine dedicated to a worker named Terry Nipper, who I guess retired with the most bags of tea shaken, or so we're not really sure about that. You see more shaking and some baking, also shaking and baking they do.
There are 3 types of tea.
Yeah, there's black tea, there's green tea, and then there's herb tea.
What's the middle tea? I don't know.
What's the other one? Yeah, we don't know. And this is the Middleton stalk extractor, which is a much better stalk extractor than the little stalk extractor that they used to have. They got the middle one. They're working on a big one.
And green tea is the only tea that isn't fermented.
Yeah, we don't know why. And now you're going to see there are a lot of tours. People are really interested in tea, and they're constantly, workers are taking people through the tour. There am I checking out. I think I was trying to get a free cup of tea at that point. I was asking questions, curious guy. And now this man, what he's doing is he's sorting the very expensive tea that they go through meticulously to make sure that there's nothing junky in it. He was a really nice guy who let us do a little filming of him. That's Bow Tea Estates.